Hi, we're here to talk about the North Shore Aeropark, which is positioned in Wilkes Road and Dairy Flat, which is our subject of the day. And I'm here to welcome Kim Dyke.
Yes, well, here we are again, Michelle, talking about Aeropark and Dairy Flat. A few months ago we were on television as well, and the response since then has been incredible. There was 45 sections originally. We've got, I think, 27 sold. We've only got 18 left. So anyone that's watching the program today, I would urge them to look at the phone numbers and to get in touch, because the more you hear about it, the more excited you will be, as I am. Very large sections out here in Aeropark. The sections range between 3,000 and 4,000 square metres, and the prices range between $500,000 and $600,000. Now, for a flat section on the North Shore, this is unprecedented. So it's very, very exciting.
So when you are talking about being good value for money, what is happening in the areas close by to justify why people should buy these sections? Okay,
Michelle, if you look at the North Shore in general, we've got two main subdivisions. We've got the Lion Bay subdivision, which is based in Tor Bay. We've also got the Millwater subdivision, which is in Orewa. Both of them are only, I guess, a few minutes away, but they're quite different. We've got flat, large sections at the same price as a 500 square metre section in those areas. So in terms of building your dream home, if you're starting off with a flat section, your construction costs are going to be significantly less right from the outset.
Okay, so what sort of house would you imagine you would build there?
Well, when you're talking about 3,000 to 4,000 square metre sections, you're not so restricted by some of the height to boundary covenants and some of those other limiting factors that you do get on smaller sections. You're going to have privacy, you're going to have the opportunity to landscape the property to tailor-made to your requirements, and it's a great place for to bring up children. There's plenty of room, and it's handy to all the amenities.
Exactly, and you can probably have your own tennis court or swimming pool if you want to have one there, because there's plenty of room on those sites.
Absolutely, and in fact some of the clients that have already purchased are looking at putting in some of those fun amenities onto the larger size properties.
So the neighbourhood's going to be surrounded by quality homes from the people that we've actually sold them to already.
Oh, 100%. And, the covenants are such that there is a minimum building size, which is not much larger, or the same size as an average size house that you would get on a rural property. When it comes to design, there's quite a few opportunities. I mean, you can go for something conventional, you can look at something that's architecturally designed, you can use a number of materials. I think it's probably a good environment to do something like tilt slab, which is significantly less construction costs and quite easy to put up on a flat site. So I mean, the opportunities are limitless. Location-wise, Michelle, you're 5 minutes from Silverdale, you're 15 minutes from Albany. Okay, when you come off Wilkes Road where the subdivision is located, you can either go into Dairy Flat or you can go back the other way onto East Coast Bays Road. Now, there's no denying that Silverdale is one of the fastest growing areas in Auckland and in New Zealand as well. We've got most of the major retailers now are in Silverdale. There's been significant growth there in the last 3 years, and having a little to do with the retailer in the area as well. All the major brands are there. So whatever you need, you only need to travel 5 minutes down the road to Silverdale, which is on State Highway 1, and all those your daily needs are
Well, there's supermarkets there, and there's every single shop that you need.
That's right. Yeah, you've got Pack and Save and Bunnings, and then all your major retail brands.
Banks. And lots of restaurants.
100%. And of course, you're in a great part of town. The Whangaparoa Peninsula is only less than 10 minutes away, so you've got access to 13 beaches.
We've got Orewa Beach as well on top of that.
Yeah, you've got Orewa Beach. There's an abundance of restaurants and good stuff to do, I guess, during the week and during the weekend in the area.
And what about fun things to do in the area?
Well, you've got Snow Planet's only 5 minutes away, and the indoor kart racing, you've got horse treks, there's too many things to list. I mean, anything you want to do is within a few minutes drive.
So how long would it take me to drive from these sections to the Albany Mega Centre?
It should take you around about 15 minutes, Michelle. It's going to take half an hour to get to the CBD. But even more importantly, you're going to feel pretty good if you work in the CBD and you're driving home and it takes half an hour in good traffic. to get back to your 3,000 to 4,000 square metre section, and in a nice quiet neighbourhood. Now, of course, only 5 minutes down the road, under construction is Park and Ride. Okay, so you can drive 5 minutes down the road, leave your car there, and
catch
the bus to the city or to the North Shore or whatever, which is definitely an added benefit, not only for Aeropark but for the area as a whole.
And also if your children are going to university in Albany, there at the Massey University, it's easy for them to get onto that bus and to get to school.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of schools, tell us about the local schools that are surrounded in the school zone.
Well, then in Silverdale you've got Kingsway School, you've got Stella Maris Primary Catholic School, and then of course in Orewa you've got Aeropark College. There's an abundance of good schools around the area with good educational records.
And also the Dairy Flat Primary School's been established since 1878, which is quite a long time, and it's apparently a great little country school.
I've no doubt your great-grandmother enjoyed going there. I guess the other thing about Aeropark that's a little bit different than any other subdivisions in the area is there is close proximity to the North Shore Airport. So if you're a pilot or you're wishing to learn to fly, it's really adjacent to it, so there's a great opportunity to take advantage of any aviation skills you may have or may wish to learn.
So we're not talking about big aeroplanes, are we? We're just talking about...
No, it's a small rural, aerodrome.
Adjacent to these sections, every person that purchases one of these sections is entitled to have a hangar which is actually placed adjacent to the sections, and it's got its own runway, so that's a good place to store your plane away from the section, but that's quite different. I mean, how many people can say, I've got a helicopter in my hangar at home?
Well, that's right, and in fact I think there are a couple of sites available that do have helipad consent, is that correct?
Indeed. And if anyone's wondering what's happening there, we've actually got, you can just drive and have a look, because there is a row of established houses that have been there for maybe 5 years, and some of those places actually do have hangars out the back of them, and they've got their own little airstrip that they can fly down to get to the club.
Yes, well, I guess that's only part of it, and being adjacent to a facility like that is a good opportunity to be part of the activities that take place there. Now, Michelle, we are quite lucky with this project that purchasing one of these parcels of land for you to build on is quite an easy process. Maybe you could just go through that for the viewers.
Sure. Look, you only have to spend $5,000 to secure interest, on your section, and once you've completed your due diligence, then you pay 10% deposit and the rest is on settlement. So it's quite a straightforward process. So you only have to, if you're interested, ring, put your name, because there's only 18 left. 27 have gone, so they are selling pretty quickly.
Well, I'm not surprised, and if I've just got to get back to the fact that you're getting 3,000 to 4,000 square metres between 500 to 600,000. It's unbeatable value, especially in this market.
And it's got all the facilities there, like they've got electricity and they've got wastewater going through, and so it's all there, really.
Michelle, anyone that's watching this today that's looking at a move and looking at a new opportunity north of the bridge will pick up the phone and ring us, because you're getting 3,000 to 4,000 square metre sections in the 500,000 and 600,000 price range in a great area, adjacent to great facilities, adjacent to great recreational facilities.
Great school zones.
And great school zones. It's only 30 minutes from the city. It's only 15 minutes from Albany. It's 5 minutes from Silverdale. Flat sections, geotech reports available. There aren't any hooks in this, and you're probably thinking, how is it so inexpensive compared to some other subdivisions?
Well, why
sections
is it? Can you explain that? Because, you talked before about how much they were at Millwater and how much they were at Long Bay. How can we manage to justify these as being so good priced?
That's the developer has put these prices in place, and he wants them sold.
He does, indeed.
And that's our job. That's why we're here today. 27 sold, 18 left. Anyone that saw the program a few months ago when we talked about these same sections, it's just gone gangbusters since. So I urge you to get in touch with us. We can send you out an information pack, we can meet you on site, and the sooner you do that, the sooner you'll secure a great future for yourself and your family.
There's only 18 left.
Start ringing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.